Alright.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Internet. How you?
Giddy up.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
what is wrong with you today?
A lot, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired. Paige is finally back in town. Wifey's back in town. I
Oh,
was gone for like a week and a half. Then we spent like half a week at Spain. And then she went out of town for almost a week. So, uh,
did she go somewhere exciting like Spain or?
no. She did come with me to Spain.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Is this the first live show since I went to Spain? No, we
Yes.
had one last week.
Oh, yeah, we did last week. What's happened? I don't know.
Time is a
busy.
construct.
It's been busy, man. I tell
None of
you
it's
what.
real. I don't know.
And
Technical term is I just work here.
speaking of work, Chase is still out trying to do some video stuff, and we'll maybe
He
jump
is.
in.
Yeah, he is still filming.
Is he back on the bike?
No, but his airbag did show up today from Alpine Stars, all repacked and ready to go.
Oh, he was waiting for that to get back in.
Yeah, he's not been on the bike since.
Well, that makes sense. Wait till that gets back before you get back out there. So, especially given recent event.
Yeah,
So,
really. I mean, like, I think people don't believe us when we say like, I will not ride without this piece of gear. The only reason, if for the folks that are here, one, thanks for being here. What up, Mr. Digga? I don't know what that says. Mr. D? Mr. D? Oh, boo. Your laugh track.
What?
Super. I don't understand why I'm so overexposed right now, because this window, like, the blinds are closed. Anyway, whatever. God, ADHD's a bitch.
Oh, Goonie says he's getting his airbag today.
Hey, finally. I know we've been talking about it a good bit over
Yeah.
on the Instagram. But no, like, the only reason I didn't take my airbag to Spain is because apparently flying internationally, apparently Spanish customs can be a pain in the ass about it. And
Ah.
I didn't want to risk losing it. So I did not ride with my airbag in Spain, my airbag backpack, but I was very careful and rode with all my other gear, of course. So
Well, luckily you were on a bike that wasn't going to get you in too much trouble anyway.
it's true, it's true. But dude, like,
Yeah.
riding in traffic in another country is wild.
Yeah. I
Like,
unfortunately missed the video this morning about that because I've been swamped on my 9 to 5. But yeah, but so tell me a little bit about that experience.
dude, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely, like I said, really interesting riding like in traffic in another country, especially like Spain's great because most of the signs are in. I mean, all the signs have Spanish, but most of them also have English.
Mm.
So it's really easy to like read road signs and stuff like that. The speed limits are generally very low. Like even on the freeway, the speed limit, I think the highest I saw was like 100 k's an hour, which is 62 miles an hour.
Hmm.
No, I think I saw one for like 125. It's like 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour,
Yeah.
whatever. Nothing too crazy. But like around town, like 30 or 40 k's is like the general speed limit, which is
Hmm.
very slow.
Well, yeah, compared to the US where I mean, here
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
is so spread out. Like I don't think
yeah.
people realize how big the United States is compared to other countries.
Yeah, I mean the
sometimes.
for reference, Texas is the size of most of Western Europe, if not all of Western and a little bit of Eastern.
Right.
Like Texas is huge. Like
Mhm.
the state of Georgia, I think, is significantly larger than the UK.
Mhm.
So I'd have to look that up to be exact. Hold on.
Yeah, there was, while you're looking that up, I think
Yeah,
at one point on the quick shifter, maybe a year or 2 ago, there was a story about someone on a Versus 1000 actually, but, hit 13 countries in a 24-hour period in
yeah,
Europe
yeah,
because, I mean, they're
yeah.
so
That sounds about
close.
right. Yeah. So yeah, the state of Georgia is almost the size of the entirety of the UK. It's pretty close.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
That is fascinating, so oh,
it's
goodness.
pretty darn close. But um, we dude, I'm tired. We were just talking before the show started that I'm a tired boy. I've not been sleeping well for like a number of weeks, if not months at this point. So it's like I'm just gassed by the end of the day, totally exhausted every day.
Were you thrown off by your transatlantic flight
I not I mean
or did
not
that just compound it?
maybe I really
Yeah.
couldn't tell you. I did not sleep well in Spain. Um, because the first couple nights stayed in the W Hotel, which is I could never afford. Super fancy, beautiful hotel. Super cool.
The W.
Um, oh, there he is. Um,
Incoming.
there he is. Just wrapped filming, or did somebody forget?
I literally, I haven't even dumped footage. Patrick, you know how big of a deal this is.
Oh God.
I literally, look at this. I came in, grabbed a drink, and I plugged in my Osmo from having a top-down shot. So, are we live?
We are live.
Yes.
Oh,
Welcome to the internet,
cool.
son.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
You
hi,
know
internet.
what? Look, you got to film. The man's got to film. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
absolutely.
You're only 700.
Uh,
You're doing okay.
the good news is, Chase has a new helmet set up. Woo!
And we
Oh,
had on the live stream. You love to see it.
Yeah, that is it is literally drying right now. So,
New helmet,
oh,
airbag showed up today.
oh my god, yeah, the airbag showed up today.
Finally, we were
Actually,
talking
no,
about that.
that'll be a perfect thing to talk about, right? Because we're talking about like gear or something today.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because my opinions in the last 3 weeks have changed a lot.
I would say
My
so.
God. Okay, you guys continue where we're at, and we'll pretend I was here the whole time.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So back to me not sleeping well. Yeah, I've not been sleeping well for a
Oh,
couple
we're
of
that
months.
early. You guys are just bullshitting about your day. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't miss jack shit. I
Yo,
already
you're
heard
No,
all these
you
fine.
stories
didn't.
from Pat anyway.
Yeah, we knew you were coming.
So you
But yeah,
guys
like
have missed it?
the hotel that Paige and I ended up staying at, 'cause my wife flew out to meet us, or meet me and stay for like basically the rest of that week, which is super cool. Got to treat it like a nice vacation.
Mm.
But the hotel there, like the AC rattled really loud, but only in the middle of the night. During the day, had no problems, no worries at all. In the morning, it was fine. Like up until like midnight, it was fine. But from midnight to like 6 a.m., it rattled like hell. And I'm a fairly light sleeper, so like I just was staring at the ceiling every night. I could not sleep at all. I put earplugs in, head under a pillow, like could not sleep. It was
Sounds
so
like a
loud.
real Spain in the butt.
Oh, oh God. Hi, Heather. Um.
Oh, I don't even have the chat up. Holy shit.
Oh, brother.
I gonged myself.
Perfect.
The
All right.
soundboard is back, everybody.
The soundboard's
Uh,
back. Well, yeah. Let's get started, brother.
oh, did Heather do the Esponzion?
She did.
I mean, she's the most qualified person, truly, to even do that. But she has the most Italian.
That's
If
very true.
anybody can do a Sponzion.
Yeah.
I like how the whole thing is around a trip to Spain, and we're like, yeah, Italian.
Hey man, we're
Spain
dumb
and Italy,
Americans.
They're close
We're
enough.
dumb Americans. It's all the same to us.
Yeah, Barcelona is the best city in the world. It's
In the
really, really
world?
good. Small bore. I don't know about that. I'm reading chat. I don't know if it's the best in the world, but it's great. I had a really fantastic time. Stayed in the Gothic Quarter with a bunch of these crazy old buildings that were like.
Look at Patrick, the Gothic Quarter.
The Gothic Quarter. I mean, that's what they called it.
Tonight will be the night. Anyway.
Fall for you.
You guys know the thing where the hair's in the eye and shit?
Yeah.
Me and
before I got my hair cut, like that's the joke that Heather and I would have, because like my hair was a little long like a week ago, and every time my hair would just be like this, she would just look at me and be like, tonight will be the
night that I will fall for you. Oh god.
We have a good time here, man. We don't mess around.
Maybe we should.
Anyway, so on this week's episode, we're talking about how to keep your Moto gear fresh, clean, when you should upgrade, how you should maintain your gear, and where we started. Is that kind of a general synopsis?
Yeah, so maybe not a specific product like, oh, here's the best helmet, here's the best, but kind of where you start, what to look at when you upgrade, how to keep that gear not being so rank. If you do that sort of thing, which is timely because I feel like I need to go wash a few things.
Dude, I probably wash my gear monthly, depending on like if it's in the middle of the riding season or not.
Really?
Why do you think that
I'm gonna have to be
so clean all the time?
Here's a confession. Listen,
I need to come clean real quick. Ironically saying,
yeah, his white jacket ain't white no more.
I've never washed a jacket.
Okay, I want you to do something, Chase.
I'm gonna be 100. I didn't even know you could, so I'm looking forward to learning from you guys of what you do. Huge asterisk on this.
A big asterisk.
I'm in a very privileged position to where I probably refresh my gear every season. So like every winter, like I'll ride in one jacket or 1 to 2, 3 jackets during the summertime, and then fall winter time comes, I'm in new gear every time because I'm having to test gear for videos or whatever. So
I want you to do
nasty. It's not as nasty as it sounds. I just want
Well, I want you to do something for me then. Like take like your mesh jacket that you've worn the most over the summer.
You'll give it a big
one
whiff.
I literally just ran into a car in, or
no, and just maybe that one. But then like go put it in the bathtub and just like let it soak and come back and
in the bath, like fill a tub up with like what, Dawn or like what?
Oh, we'll run through it. We'll make a short video. We'll make it like a vertical out of it.
Yeah. Okay. But I did it with mine. I guess maybe we're jumping ahead, but I washed mine like after I was like, I need to clean it. And I just kind of put it in there and kind of no soap yet, just water in the tub and kind of gave it a little, a little massage. And the water was like brown. And I was like,
yeah.
So no soap at all. That's just water.
Yeah.
You do like just water. Then I'll do a little bit of Dawn, and then I'll do a little bit of Dawn and a little bit of white vinegar. And then I will do a final water like rinse, and then I'll do one more water soak. And then I'll let it hang dry
at least once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's,
and then I'll let it.
move.
I let it hang dry for like a day or two.
And I was, Chase, about to tell you that you need to take all the armor out, but of course you already do that on all your gear because that's
not the elbows.
No, I made a follow-up. I made the follow-up, damn it. Don't you take me down that rabbit hole again.
No, I am mocking all the people that can't use common sense on the internet, which is a plethora.
Which is everybody.
I love that common sense is the least common thing ever.
I think we need to take those labels off the hair dryers. Like, don't use this in the tub. I'm like, you want to go ahead because we might need to skim the gene pool just a little bit. But,
Ghost, that's not the world we live in these days. You gotta be cautious with everything. You can't even serve hot coffee.
We need to. Okay, so I did a whole report on the hot coffee incident when I was in college.
We're never going to get to our real topic.
No,
go ahead, and that's okay.
He might have spilled coffee on his jacket, so he might like bring it all the way through. So let's just.
I will try. I did the report on the hot coffee scandal, which is that old lady who got a hot coffee from McDonald's, which prompted them to put like the Caution Hot logo on it and stuff like that. The issue is not that the coffee was hot; it's that they gave her a coffee at 280 degrees Fahrenheit. It was actually boiling, so much so that the lid popped off and burnt her hand. So this 80-something-year-old lady dropped it on accident in her car. It got all over her thighs, her legs, her stomach. She had 3rd-degree burns everywhere. And then she like went to the hospital and basically was like, "Hey, McDonald's, I'm going to sue you guys." Or she didn't even try to sue first. She was like, "Hey, I want you to take care of my medical bills. This is your fault." Like, they did an inspection and found that they were serving coffee at 280 degrees or whatever it was, way too hot. Like literally boiling over in the cup. So she was like, "Hey, please cover my medical bills." And they were like, "Here's a $100 gift card. Sorry." And she was like, "Cool, get fucked." And took him to court and won a ton of money.
Literally demonetized us and them.
Yeah. Hey, we're 16 minutes in. I don't want to hear it. We're past the threshold for 4 little words. But yeah, long story short, the only reason that whole hot coffee scandal was a thing is because they served her boiling coffee and she got 3rd-degree burns, and McDonald's offered her a $100 gift card.
Man,
$100 is a lot of coffee, but
you can get a lot of Big Macs.
Yeah, and then even while she was like suing them, she was like, all she wanted was to pay the medical bills.
I thought you were going to say eat McDonald's.
No, but all she wanted
coffee.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, I just want them to cover my medical bills," and they kept refusing and kept refusing.
Terrible.
So then her lawyers won her like $30 million or some shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she passed away. Like 2 years
who got burned in the end is the question.
Yep. Yep. And I think the medical bills were like $60,000 too. Like, McDonald's
really not that much for McDonald's.
Yeah.
And
anyway,
and that's why you need to keep your Moto gear fresh.
That's right.
So, all right.
Post is like, come on.
Hey, that was a 3-minute divulsion. We're doing okay.
That's all right. Hey, let's do some Moto photos. Chase, you got the screen share thing ready? No, I mean actually, view my screen. I've got the thing up. So.
Watch stream. Got it.
Watch stream. Yeah.
Still new here. This is cool. Sponsored by Cardo. Nice job, dude.
Yeah. So use code C2DubCardo to support all C2Dub media.
No,
use code Ghost on Two Wheels to support SmartCon and Ruckus Parts.
Yeah. Choose your support level.
We need more Ruckus Parts.
I think I need to get a upgraded little suspension because when I'm on the Ruckus, there's not a lot of.
But I think we need to make the Ruckus sound better.
It's only got like 2 or 3 inches of travel anyway.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's fun, I tell you. All right.
We do need to make it sound better. We have a way to do that, I believe.
We got friends in loud places.
All right.
Oh, this is so fun. You're scrolling it?
I'm scrolling.
Oh, this is awesome.
Look at this. Moto photo. Double
shots.
So, yeah. Yay. All right. Are you ready for Moto photos?
I am so ready for Moto photo.
Oh,
I'm just here for new. This is Moto Photo, where we take photos of your motos on Discord. Post it there.
I got to get some theme music for it.
We do need a theme music.
True.
Would that work?
Of course, that would be the music.
The old adventure capitalist.
Photos
Go to our Discord in the Moto Photo section. Post photos of your motos. Oh, bro.
Chonky chonk chug.
The Touareg with the beak. Let's go.
Yeah,
I have not seen a Touareg with a front fender like that.
Yeah, I like that front fender a lot.
That is how that bike should look. Can we all just agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I did have
goodness.
to definitely put him in the Moto photo because he posted those and then he said, "Hey Ghost, you can't complain about people not posting Moto photos anymore." I still might, but he's
nobody tells me how to complain.
I have half in mind. I think I can change the chat where you can only post photos
of your motos.
Yeah. But then
is there like an AI that reads if there's a motorcycle in the photo and it rejects everything else?
I could probably build a bot to do that, but
no, you could not. Everybody call him out on that. There's no shot.
Do it.
I probably could.
Do it. I want to see this happen.
Let's put money behind it. I'll give you $100 if you figure that out.
Ooh, deal.
Off work hours. It cannot be fucking
He's
10
going to
to
use the rest
6.
of this episode over there just coding
It's
an
like
AI.
I'm literally doing it right now.
It's like, Pat, what do you think about this? Oh,
no, it's fine. Yeah, it's cool.
No, exactly. No, Ghost nailed that. It's gonna be like, hey Pat, and he's gonna be like, what? Damn it, we lose Pat every episode. His ADD just goes.
Hey, it's ADHD. Get it together.
Oh, excuse me. I should have just said that 30 seconds later. You'd have been distracted. Wouldn't even be paying attention.
Pat's old Windows Vista that needs rebooting all the time.
Oh God.
All right, next one.
Put it on.
I'm Windows XP at best.
XP is pretty stable though. It's just out of support. Next, double shot.
Oh.
There we go.
Very cool.
Dude. Is this the 800, right?
DE?
That's the 800 DE. Honestly, I was about to bring up the DE purely for the duck bill on the Touareg, because I've determined that the DE stands for Duck Edition, especially the yellow ones.
Dude, the V-Strom does a really good, that's such a good bike. The only thing I am upset about with that bike is the freaking lack of cruise control. Oh, it's so frustrating. Like, Suzuki is so close to just making a rock star bike and literally at the finish line and fall to me. Yeah. Solid bike though. God, such a good bike. Love the yellow though. Dude, look at the contrast of the yellow with that awesome ass background. Actually, is this ADV Fest? Or in South Dakota?
I mean, it's somewhere pretty craggy.
I don't know.
Those photos look super ADV Fest.
We'll have to ask Mr. Pike's Place fan.
Pike's Place fan. Thank you for submitting these photos. Let us know where these came from because I'm convinced they came from somewhere in the vicinity of South Dakota. Look at me sounding traveled. Yeah, I'm here for that. It does look like a Wolverine bike.
All right, next up.
Oh, another beauty. Pegasaurus Rex.
Pegasaurus.
Great name. Oh, Pegasaurus Rex. Excuse me. So great. Street Triple. RS. Dude, this is just full of awesome bikes. These people have phenomenal choice in motorcycles.
Moto
these
Photo
are all
came
great.
through this week.
Moto Photo really did come through this week, guys. We really appreciate only the people that post photos of good bikes. If you have a shitty bike, don't post it. But I'm just kidding.
But seriously, don't post your shit.
Ghost is like, don't make me pull that, dude. This is awesome. I love the little red piece of frame. God, Street Triple is such a good bike, dude. Sometimes I wish I had one of these.
So the front end. The headlight, I used to hate it, and then it grew on me, and now I'm kind of back to not liking it.
Well, this has got that little additional fender piece up front. That's not stock. That doesn't normally come on the bike.
Yeah. I'm saying the headlights, they're so bulbous and just out by themselves normally.
I think you need to just accept the bike for what it is and don't put that front fairing on unless they're looking for a little bit more aerodynamicness. But I don't like the look of that. Otherwise, I love this bike. Love it so much.
I'm not a fan of the whole headlight thing. It's got a it's a fungus headlight.
Don't you dare.
No, it's a fungus headlight, meaning it'll either make you sick or it'll grow on you. Like a fungus.
Oh. Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Aaron,
so that's Moto Photo. Da, 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 da.
Hey, some good bikes.
Yeah, solid. Solid.
Yeah, so great job, everybody, for actually coming through with some photos. And there was people posted 2 of them of the bike, and I was like, we're doing double shots, baby.
I know, yeah, that was cool how that worked out. That was a good use of the resources that you had at your disposal, Ghost.
Absolutely. So, well, do you want to keep flowing, hit quick shifter, or just go in and talk about gear and come back? What do you want to do? What you feel?
We can talk about gear for a little while. We can hit quick shifter later. You know what you should do on this little board you have after the Moto Photo? You should put another one of the Cardo boards under this. So then it's almost like you just keep on scrolling, and then you can scroll and pause on that.
I was just thinking about that too. So
because you're like, I don't want to scroll all the way back up. Dang it.
Yeah, I don't want to. Can't expose the secrets. No, but it does. It's weird. It jumps a little bit too when you start scrolling in this presentation.
Oh, gotcha.
But yes, that's the evolution of using a new software here for our show notes and things like that.
Yeah, there's going to be hiccups, and that's okay.
Yeah, we love hiccups.
This show is a hiccup.
This show's one really big and long hiccup.
It's one big diaphragm spasm.
Diaphragm spasm. Wow, what a word.
That's what a hiccup is. Your diaphragm muscle that makes you breathe.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the diaphragm is. So,
well, there's a different one that has a different purpose, but the one that's
we'll just move on. We'll just keep going.
So, hey, what? I'm trying to get this back on track.
Good luck.
So, let's talk about gear and where we started with gear versus kind of where we're at now. I mean, we're all seasoned riders. You guys way more than me though, but even so, did you guys like when you started riding, was it let me just get the basics and let me spend the least amount of money possible to get something to get me by?
Oh, bro, I was beyond broke. Yeah.
Okay.
It was 100% like, does this cover my skin? Is it technically like abrasion resistant? Cool, that'll work. Like,
so
I went to Cycle Gear and was like, here's all of my money. Give me the cheapest things you have.
Fair. Yeah, but you did go to Cycle Gear. Did you get anything like secondhand or like a Craigslist find or anything like that?
Not the very first go around. But I did buy a jacket secondhand. After a couple of accidents in the first jacket I bought.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little too beat up, so I bought a secondhand jacket, I think on Craigslist, if I recall.
And Pat, were these road riding days or are these dirt riding days?
These are road riding days. Yeah, dirt riding days I always had I was not dicking around when it came to that, so I was wearing a lot of Alpine Stars or Fox Racing, EVS, just to name a couple of brands of I had knee braces, I had back protector, I had roost guards, I had a neck brace. When it comes to off-road stuff, I was not dicking around. I've watched too many people get paralyzed. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna make sure that I don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. Dude, I remember my first bike situation, I literally got a job to save up money to get the bike, and me being the super patient individual that I am, I literally had enough money to get the bike, and I was there. I did have I remember my first pair of gloves were a pair of Alpine Stars, and remember this is 15 something years ago or whatever. And I literally bought the gloves and the boots because those are what the MSF course told me I had to have in order to do the course. Because the course would allow me to wear blue jeans, and they required a long sleeve shirt or jacket. And I had winter jackets. I didn't even think about the fact that motorcycle jackets were their own thing. So I just showed up with a regular a winter jacket that you would wear. Didn't have gloves, didn't have boots. So I bought an Alpine Stars pair of boots and an Alpine Stars pair of gloves. Those gloves ripped before I got done with my MSF course. There was a hole, the seam ripped open.
Nice.
But when after I took the course, I realized that motorcycle jackets were a specific type of item that you needed to buy. And if y'all I don't know if the company is still doing their thing, but I got a leather Joe Rocket jacket because that was literally, bro. I went on Revzilla and I was like no lie, because you talk to people at the MSF course, you talk to the instructors, and you're learning all the information that you can from them. And I was super brand new, so I didn't know anything. And they're like, "Oh, you have to have a leather jacket." And I'm like, "Oh, cool! I'll go get a leather jacket." I go online and I see how much leather jackets are, and I'm like, I don't know if I can have a leather jacket because I barely have enough money to buy a motorcycle that I haven't even bought yet. I don't have what $300 to get a leather jacket. So went on Revzilla and literally was like, what is the cheapest leather jacket I can find? It ended up being a Joe Rocket jacket. And then my first helmet, I actually, because I used a borrowed helmet thing at the MSF course or whatever. My first helmet I got thrown in with my motorcycle when I bought it. So nice. I told the people, like, they were like, do you already have a, like, they were really cool. And you guys know me, I'll strike up a conversation with everybody type thing. So I'm sitting there talking to them about the bike or whatever. They're like, oh, you already got your helmet and all your gear and everything? It's like, no, I don't have my helmet yet. And the sales guy was super cool. He ended up throwing the helmet in. It was like $100 something helmet. It was like super cheap. It was like whatever WoW had chilling there, but it was a helmet. So, you know, it was a full face helmet and everything. Wasn't the nicest thing, but dude, my first probably 2 to 3 years was all whatever the cheapest thing is that I can have, that I have to have. I'm buying that. I wasn't even thinking about riding pants. It was just, you know, wear my jacket, wear my gloves, and wear my helmet. That was me. Probably first 2 to 3 years of riding motorcycles.
Yeah, I was jacket, gloves, boots, pants. Like I went and got like the Kevlar lined jeans or whatever.
I didn't know pants existed though. You got to remember, like a couple of months beforehand, I didn't know motorcycle jackets were anything different than winter jackets. So like, I was that just clueless to what's available.
Ad on the screen.
Ad on the screen. Yeah, I started out with I got a couple pieces of gear before the MSF course. I found an HJC helmet on eBay that was marked down because it had a scratch on it, but it was still new. I guess it just because it still had the thing on the visor, so it was not used.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, how to get a scratch on it. That's what I would have been wondering.
Yeah, just maybe it was a display mod or something. So, $80 for that.
Nice.
I got me a Joe Rocket mesh jacket.
My man, absolutely, dude. If you're trying to save some cash, Joe Rocket is the way to go.
And then I got me some Joe Rocket gloves, I think at the dealer that was hosting. It was a Mountain Motorsports in Conyers, did the MSF course, and I think I just picked up gloves there. And then it was
dude,
like,
I want to look up. I'm going to get on Revzilla real quick. I want to see if Joe Rocket is still a thing because, dude, if you
100% is.
If you're watching this and you don't have a lot of cash, but you want to get gear and you want to get head to toe gear, Joe Rocket it's almost always, at least from what I can remember, or at least it used to be, it would always be the most cost-effective option.
Yeah,
like almost every single time.
The thing about Joe Rocket is their designs, from an aesthetic point of view, are generally between 5 and 10 years old. But the safety is generally
they're not the prettiest gear. I'll put that out there.
It's not.
Yeah, it's a little dated sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is good gear. Like it is solid. It's got some newer safety technology in it, and it's something that I I eventually worked at Cycle Gear and at Mountain, and we carried Joe Rocket, and that was like almost my go-to. Hey, you're a beginner, get this stuff because it's decent quality and not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Joe Rocket actually has some expensive ass jackets now.
Oh, some of their stuff,
some 300s. Good God.
Yeah, they're kind of entry-level mesh jackets, right about $199, I believe.
I'm seeing some 125s. So you know 125 for a mesh jacket. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
That's about as cheap as I'm seeing is the one, pay tax, you're going to pay like $130, but that's a hell of a lot better than $300. If you want to get like a Revit jacket, dude, if you don't have $300, don't even go on the website type thing. You know what I mean?
Although there are some closeouts on some Revits. Mesh jacket.
Closeout something to look into, yeah, for sure.
My first
looked up the cheapest riding jacket that they have.
My first jacket was the Built Techno in high vis. I remember that.
Good price, I bet.
It was $99. And then my first helmet was the Fly Trekker ADV, which I think was also $99.
Okay, hold on. Let's play a game.
I wore like mechanics gloves instead of real gloves.
Okay, we're gonna play a game. You guys don't be on Revzilla. What do you think the cheapest men's jacket on Revzilla is right now? How much do you think it cost, and what company do you think makes it?
It's built for sure. Almost guaranteed it's built. And then it's probably like $85. 85. I'm gonna go 85. It's definitely a built. What was the other question?
Built and price. That's it.
Brand
and price.
Got it, bitch. It's definitely built. I'll say $85.
Okay.
I was probably thinking built, but just to be different, let's go with like Olympia, and it's a $74.99.
So you guys might be right. If inflation wasn't a thing, cheapest jacket currently on Revzilla is a Highway 21 turbine jacket, and its price is $119.
Highway 21.
Highway 21.
Never even heard of that.
Yeah, same. The lowest cost built jacket is $119 as well, but it's $99, not $95, and it's the Built Blaze 3 mesh jacket.
The Blaze has been a thing forever.
Yeah, it ain't pretty fancy, bro. The Sedici Garda is only. Oh, there's like a deal going on. Okay, bro,
you got to go off MSRPs, not sale prices.
Bro, you can get a Sedici Garda jacket, open box, for $134.
There you go.
Looking for those open box deals. That's a good thing.
Bro, that is it. I don't know what sizes they have for that, but if somebody has that
usually
size,
they have like one or two, so click into it.
Dude, that jacket's normally $250. That's 46% off. Good God.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to buy that. If you especially if you're tight on cash, dude, that's a phenomenal jacket.
Absolutely.
Anyway, sorry. That was fun, but took us on a detour.
I would say we should do like almost a Price is Right game with like people in the chat, but they would be looking up the prices and we wouldn't know.
No, dude, we should. But, and like you find the prices and we do a Price is Right game, and then I'm a team, and then Patrick's a team, and then the chat's a team. And then we see who wins.
They're going to look up the stuff and get it right. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they'll look shit up.
They'll cheat
anyway.
Little cheapy.
A little bit of cheatsy doodles.
All right. Well, let's go to Quick Shifter, and then we'll come back and talk about how we've started to move forward with our gear.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that. Oh, I got to hit the scene. Welcome to the Quick Shifter.
Oh, yeah.
Some interesting items here today. All right, first up on the Quick Shifter, Japanese government raids a Harley-Davidson Japan for allegations over excessive quotas. Basically, this was forcing the dealerships there to purchase the bikes themselves so that they would not lose their Harley-Davidson contract. And it's a violation of Japan's like FTC provision of abusive superior bargaining position or whatever, since Harley was threatening to cancel the dealer contracts.
The dealership bought their own units just so they could say that they sold enough bikes to keep being able to sell Harleys?
That's correct. And because the bikes were technically sold, they were now used and their value depreciated, and then they couldn't sell them as high.
Interesting.
And so, I mean, I probably haven't relayed the actual ruling but it's some stuff where Japan is like, no, you're not doing this.
Yeah. Which it's probably Street and Steel.
That's hilarious. Okay, that's such a weird rule to have. Like, you can't buy your own bikes. And also, how sad they have to buy their
anyway. Yeah, so it's not that you're not allowed to buy your own bike. It's that Harley was like, hey, you're not selling enough bikes. So you can buy them or we'll yank your franchise. And the government of Japan is like, hey, Harley, you can't do that. Like, that's being shitty.
And some of these dealers were having to buy like those really top end bikes.
Yeah, they're buying
themselves that normally wouldn't
$40,000 bikes
that maybe not normally would sell in their market. So there's even no one there to buy it resale. So
yeah, that's not great.
What a confusing situation, man. Because like, and also imagine how stressful that must be to like, if you don't sell these bikes, you're gonna lose your license to sell them. Like that,
you're stuck with all the inventory and you can't legally sell it.
Yeah, I would
like,
not
that's
want
what
to be in
happens.
that situation, man.
Yeah.
I love my simple make YouTube video life. God, fuck that.
Next up, Chinese lawmakers have put forth a rule that will require any motorcycle 13 plus years old or over 74,000 miles to be scrapped. I think the intention behind this, like the intention behind it is that so you keep modern vehicles that are fuel efficient and not going to break down on the road or whatever. But I mean,
so Japan has a very similar thing. But it's that when your car becomes so old or has so many miles, the price of to renew the registration goes up, and it goes up every year, and it gets super expensive
to where
to
it
like
gets
keep an older car around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, they're like, cool, either export the car, destroy, like get rid of the registration and have it be a track car, or something, or like trade it in basically, and you still get a decent credit on a trade-in.
Dude, that's so strange because like I'm sitting here thinking like no shot that's happening in America. People would fucking revolt. But like there are so many like beautiful like really old cars. Like and you're just at 13 years old, bro, my Jeep wouldn't have made that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? To be fair, the Jeep was pretty clapped.
I mean, yeah, it was before it got smashed in the ass, but like the 13 years is nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like imagine like a 79 Mustang. Like
a 79 Mustang could rot. That's fine. A 69 Mustang, that's different. But a 79 Mustang could rot.
That's what she said.
Hey, well, dude,
anyway,
like you say, people revolt in California after what 2030 or 2035. You can't own a car that isn't electric.
Like, what? Are we sure about that?
Well,
you sure about that?
Hey, let me find it real quick.
Speaking of, good segue. Samsung introduces an EV specific solid state battery with some impressive claims that could change the game. A 600-mile range, 20-year lifespan, and a recharge time of 9 minutes. I mean, if they can hold to this claim, I mean, we'd have to see what trickles down to motorcycles, if at all, with this. But, I mean, we've heard a lot about solid-state batteries. Could this be the breakthrough that's needed for EVs to get a better foothold?
Dude, 600-mile range. And that's 20-year lifespan.
Battery. Yeah, I was like, that's a car battery for sure. Yeah, recharge time in 9 minutes. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, that one's the
one. I mean, like, even if it could. Okay, so in a car, if you could get 300 miles in 5 minutes, bro, you're literally like plug in, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, get in the car, and you've got 300 miles.
I wonder if it's like a 300 or 400 watt hookup though.
Yeah, it probably is
the 210s that the superchargers are.
Yeah, it's probably a very specific.
But imagine how much faster people could get in and out of those. You know, if you didn't have to sit your car there for God knows how long.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of heat. That's
now sketchy. If they could do 9 minutes with a USB-C connection, that'd be really impressive. Probably.
California moves to accelerate to 100% new zero emissions. So new cars 2035 in California cannot be anything but electric, and then they're going to raise the registration to be crazy expensive year over year on a gas vehicle.
I mean, I get the registration thing. That is a good way to slowly phase out cars a little faster than they would, just naturally not be taken care of and die off. But I don't know. Maybe there needs to be some sort of like thing you can do for like a really cool, but yeah.
Yeah, like if you get to, there's historic stuff even in Georgia. If it's over 25 years old, you can register it as a historic vehicle, and then it's exempt from emissions, and it's a whole thing.
So what do you do? You buy a car and then you let it sit for fucking 2.5 decades, and then you're like, awesome, I can use it now.
It's a classic now.
Yeah,
old California.
My PT Cruiser, baby. Woo!
Well, in
to be fair,
news,
a PT Cruiser would fall apart in 25 years.
Fair. Yeah, I can't wait to see the Samsung motorcycle.
I mean, Samsung and Zero need to work together and make it cost effective. That's what
apparently.
Apparently. Yeah. Good luck with that.
But, again, more people that do it, cost comes down. Hopefully, yay. So,
from what I hear, Samsung's a big company. But anyway,
back to the gear. What was your first upgrade from your quote beginner gear? What was like the one piece that you were like? Was it helmet, jacket, or was it like I'm finally going to get a real set of boots or whatever?
It was helmet for me for sure. Like my first upgrade that wasn't.
Let me go reference a YouTube channel that nobody knows about.
Oh no, I think I know which one.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Chasing 3D coming back.
You guys continue.
Yeah, I actually still have my first helmet. It's out in my garage. What did I get after that? I think I made a really big jump after that. I think I went to Shoei. I think I got a Shoei GT Air. No, I don't know what it was. It was an older Shoei. I think it was an RF 1100 or something. And then I also got a Bell dirt bike helmet that I then just rode with that. And then it was a Bell MX9 Adventure. And then I got into other Shoeis and a Rise, and then a couple of climb helmets, and now we're on rocks.
Yay. So turns out that my first gear upgrade took a minute because I spent most of my free money repairing and adding things to my motorcycle. But
that checks out.
My first upgrade was to a Rockstar Energy leather jacket.
Oh, baby.
Hold on.
Do you have that?
Yes. Hold on. Let me fucking message it to you.
Oh, you're going to...
I don't even know what this video is. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm just looking at the thumbnails. But this video was from 13 years ago.
Oh, that's definitely Chase in 3D then.
100%. So it looks like the jacket was my first, foray.
Oh, man.
Look at that. Oh, let me full screen this thing.
Good times, man. Good times.
Brother, who made that jacket? Probably Joe Rocket.
Dude, I don't know who made that jacket, but this was my reviews in that time, dude. I would literally lay the jacket on my the piece of gear on my bed, and it looks like I was filming it with like a mashed potato.
A Nokia. Oh, look at that Chasing 3D. I love
it. Look at my graphics. Look at that. Oh, I ordered it from Motorcycle Superstore. Bro,
why are they so tiny?
I was killing the graphics game early on.
What was it?
Oh my god!
Yes. Oh, let's
bro,
run
get
that
on, get on my level.
Just yeet it.
He puts it on
Look
there.
Look at that little yellow bike.
Flicks it away.
Oh, brother, I love it. I love it.
Oh, God knows what I'm saying.
So good.
And of course, it matched my bike at the time, right? Because I had the yellow bike.
Oh, it's probably honestly that's probably a Joe Rocket.
Flip it over.
If I see the back of it.
Look at that! Look at man, what a review!
Show me the back. Show me the back.
Look at that! You are not missing me on the road at all.
That's for sure, Joe Rocket.
Dude, do you know how many hours I had to work at a restaurant to order this jacket?
Oh so long.
God. You got to get some good tips, man.
Dude,
leather on.
Oh my gosh, what a time! Good
What a
times,
time to
dude.
be
Yeah, so
alive.
that was my first big upgrade, gear wise, was the leather jacket. Got super serious.
Oh, that is so great.
To be fair, like, it looks like it's got a quilted liner. It's perforated. It's not a bad
Dude,
jacket.
I remember one thing.
Yeah.
That jacket, I remember putting that thing on because I felt like if I put it on, I felt like my whole body went down because it was so heavy.
Yep.
It was not comfortable at all.
Yeah, that's full grain leather. That's nothing to fuck with.
It was not the lightest jacket at the time.
No, but you probably could have gone sliding across the pavement at like 60 and it would have held
Like,
up.
I probably could have. And it looks like I got an Icon helmet
Oh god.
probably a
Old
month after
variant.
that. No, it wasn't the variant yet. It was some like Indian style one. Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Everyone go subscribe to Chasing 3D. Let's get him up to
Please
17K.
Please don't. I can confirm no more videos will be posted on that channel.
And yet somehow that channel is gonna it just pulled in $3 last month.
Oh,
What
I was gonna say, does it make any money? Oh no, is that a pilot? Oh, it's a pilot jacket. Okay.
Whatever that is.
It's just it's a brand. I don't even think that brand exists anymore.
Yeah, you just pilot in the corner now.
Right, if you still have it.
But
so there you go. That was my first upgrade. What about you, Ghost?
Oh, I'm just gonna let this play because it's so good.
It's good in the background.
Yeah, I think my first upgrade was I actually got a real set of motorcycle pants because I was doing the jeans thing for a while, and then
listen, like I'll fib on my I'll wrap myself out here. I ride in jeans more often than I should. Like,
bad move.
To be fair, they're 511, they're ripstop, like, but they're not motorcycle jeans.
If they're ripstop, then they're motorcycle jeans, right?
That's my debate.
I mean,
is that not the whole point of jeans? It's like, it's obviously you want armor in them if possible, but I feel like the real thing is like, you don't want to get your leg skin torn off.
Yep. Yeah. But I've also been in an accident in other jeans and eaten right through them. So, small bore. I'm more interested in the videos that could be showing up on the Chase Bucher channel. Was pumped about that channel. One day we might.
I like that channel too. If I've done a good job the last couple of years of getting much better at focusing and just working on one thing. So maybe that channel will
hold on, was this a used jacket or did you crash in it?
Yeah.
No. Wait,
I skipped. Hold on.
I saw that elbow was all fucked up.
I didn't reckon that jacket. I mean, I might have wrecked in it, but I didn't.
Hold on. We got bonus scene.
It's right here. Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh, I don't know. I know I wrecked with this bike.
It's a sweet bore.
Well, yeah, I mean, the camera work was pretty epic right there, so we were able to see part of it. But
actually, you know what? It looks like I might have wrecked my motorcycle around the time I got the jacket, so maybe I did wreck in that thing. Luckily, jackets, as long as a leather jacket like that kind of damage, that's nothing for that jacket.
Yeah,
you got like an inch more of leather to go through.
I mean, not an inch, but yeah,
you know what I mean.
Nice. Well, anyway, yeah, leather jacket, and you've had a few since then, I would imagine.
Yep.
I've had a few since then. Yeah, I kind of went through a phase of leather riding jackets.
Because leather.
I used to like riding in leather jackets, but these days I think I find myself. I think I find myself either in like a mesh style jacket, like in the summertime. I'm looking for the lightest, the most airflow, and then if I'm gonna ride in the wintertime, I'll have some sort of like textile, weatherproof Gore-Tex thing going on. Really, the only leather I'm riding in these days is my tracksuit. That's the only time I'll really put leather on. I do have a problem though. Ever since I got in that Panigale wreck, my shoulder, if I wear gear or a book bag that's too heavy for, probably like the 45 to hour mark, my shoulder starts really getting irritated and starts hurting really bad. So, wearing a really heavy jacket, I can't really do anymore. And this happens on the tracksuit too. My shoulder will start hurting at like the end of the day on the track. So, I'll have to go out and do the session and then like unzip the top part and take my arm out. So that's something I have to be careful of. So leather riding jackets wouldn't really be great for me at this point. But they're fantastic jackets. I used to love the way they fit too. Like you can get a tight leather riding jacket and get that thing zipped up and you are, you can feel really protected in one of those. So
yeah,
that's one of the things that I did like about the leather jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they don't there's a reason that tracks only allow leather suits, whether it's a one piece or a two piece. Like it just is going to protect you better. It's a fact. But the textile technology has come a long way since that rule kind of became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean it could be argued that the textiles are better or getting pretty darn close, but
or like a track, and especially if it's like a big track like Road Atlanta or something where you're gonna be booking.
Yeah,
you
I'd
gotta
rather
be
be in
careful.
leather.
Oh, Ghost, what are you doing? Oh no.
I'm just getting a little background something going on here. So while
All right,
we're
cool,
chatting.
yeah. Just so people understand how long I've been doing this.
Yeah,
a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I have a funny demeanor, but it has come with hours and hours and days spent doing what I do.
Moto, it's a scooter.
Hey, nothing wrong with a scooter.
No, it's not. I just didn't think it was. Oh, Einstein's. Dude, I haven't been to an Einstein's in so long.
You do need to be careful, Ghost, because this is during Chase's real dumb era, so we might find some real illegal shit.
I mean,
okay.
Like Yamaha R6 doing 143 on the highway.
Is that what that video is?
That's a typo. It's supposed to be kilometers per hour.
That's
totally
right.
Yeah. That's
All right, hold on. While we're here, we're let's see what the most popular one was. Oh, how to turn a sport bike.
There you go.
Have you redone that on Chase on Two Wheels?
I have not, but I clearly need to make that video. Look at my picture-in-picture, dude. I had my camera going on my helmet in the top left, and then I had the primary cam. Oh, that's my Joe Rocket jacket. That's the Joe Rocket jacket.
Oh yeah, I had that one, but it was the mesh part was white. But
dude, look at my riding pants. Those are literally just like the pullover icon things.
It's like he's wearing rain gear in a parking garage.
No, that was overpants that Icon. I think it was Icon made, and I would just wear regular pants and then go to work and stuff, and then I would just take off the overpants. Let me tell you, this period of my life, I thought I was the coolest shit on the planet.
All right, come on, let's pivot.
Patrick hates when I do this, so I love that we're watching this video.
I hate it because spinning that way, it's more likely that you're going to move the bike forward and it's going to come off the kickstand.
Chase does look. It was so easy.
I'll do it, but I'll rotate the bike clockwise.
Almost like you're pulling it on the back end?
Yep, because you're putting rearward pressure on the kickstand so it doesn't try to buckle forward.
Oh, Goonie caught you as like
Goonie just called your ass out.
You did a U-turn video in your How to Ride series, you nerd. A U-turn series. Or a U-turn. Oh, really? I didn't even...
Yeah.
Bro. Cool. You know what videos better than I do. Making this many videos, dude.
It was a couple years ago. We shot it at the Six Flags Over Jesus.
That one was quite a while back. Yeah, we've done a couple more How to Ride since then.
Maybe maybe S'more Industries needs to get a kickstand pad that also is a spinner, so you don't have to grind it on the concrete. So Goonie, take that. Talk to Randrew. Get some R&D on that. and we'll test it out.
I just love that you're telling that to people that will do that. So
that's why he's saying it, because
I know.
He's gonna make it
but
happen.
You know how you have some people you can say shit like that to, and everybody knows it's a joke and don't do that. But I feel like Randrew and Goonie are the type of guys that are like they know it's a joke, and that fuels them even more to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Goonie just messaged me. Let's see.
He's already got a 3D render of it.
Yep.
Hmm.
Iceman Moto, I've snapped a kickstand doing that. Yep. The kickstand on the MT10 looks rough. It is.
Listen, man, I'm a decade into doing it. Not going to stop now.
That's
just 100%.
You need a Smart Industries kickstand spinner pad on it.
Exactly.
A lazy Smorton. Oh my god.
Lazy Smorton, let's go. Oh my gosh.
The old lazy Smarty. Gear. What's next on the hit list? So of course we upgrade our gear over time, and now you've probably got multiple jackets. You know, you can ride during the different seasons or whatever.
I do have a couple jackets for sure.
What has been
one less jacket now?
Well, true. What has been an upgrade item that you got because you just thought, I want to get one of these, and it was better than you expected, or you found yourself using it a whole lot more? You're just like, oh, this is the best upgrade I could have gotten.
Airbag.
I mean, yeah, for me, 100%. You guys can ask Patrick. The way I talk these days, it's like everything worked out in such a great timing where we were doing a campaign with Revzilla and Alpine Stars to make some content about their airbag stuff. So I was wearing it a lot to make videos in it and stuff. And then it just it made me feel a lot safer. But all the questions I see online of do you really want to trust that the battery's not going to be dead and all this stuff? I totally get all that. Or what if it just doesn't deploy? I was thinking about all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, it was nice knowing it was there. And then I got in the wreck with the airbag, and I literally will not ride without an airbag now because I see how quickly I was able to recover from that accident. Because I had the airbag on. So
it actually deployed.
It deployed. I have footage of it. I can't show any of the footage yet because Law Tigers told me I shouldn't do that. But whenever all the legal stuff gets done, I'm definitely going to be showing all the videos. I had cameras on me, and you guys will see in the footage, guys. It's literally, I'm going, the bike. I ran into a car, so the bike stopped, and then my body starts going forward. I did frames, and it's 1, 2, and the airbag is fully inflated in 2 frames of the camera. Wow. And I was shooting at 24 frames a second. So
a 1/12 of a second.
Yeah, it literally, and you can see that because if you guys aren't familiar with the jacket I had, the Revit jacket I had on was kind of baggy a little bit, so you can see it kind of fluffing in the air, and then it goes from fluffing to fully it looks like I look like the Hulk trying to break out of stuff, and that happens in 2 frames. And then obviously it stays inflated. I fly off the bike, all the stuff happens, and then it just eventually deflates, and it is the most incredible piece of gear technology that I've ever experienced. And like I said, I will not ride without an airbag on now.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep riding, right? I don't want to stop riding, and I want to be safe. I got a family to think about, and riding's already a dangerous thing, so I want to do everything I can to stay safe for them and everything. So airbag 100% all the way, no questions asked. I haven't ridden since my wreck because I was waiting for my airbag to get packed and resent back, and it literally came in today. So
whose scooter is this? And why are you wearing an open face helmet, I think?
No, it's not an open face helmet.
What is the scooter? We need to find one. We need to get it.
Dude, this was
and WBRG.
Is it a Zuma?
This was some like little like cheap local Chinese thing. I think it was like $500.
And now it's only 498. Let's go.
It was terrible. It literally fell to pieces.
Well, you know, you've got
All
one
right,
mirror and it's apparently trying to fall off constantly. So
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you guys, if y'all watch the C2Do channel, you guys are going to see me talk about airbag stuff a lot. Not because I'm being paid to, but just like, I had an entire. I mean, like I wear all my gear all the time. It's never been a question for me. But like, the second that happened with the wreck, it's incredible how much your mind can be like, oh, okay, cool. I don't play that game anymore. I don't ride without airbags anymore.
yeah.
Speaking of, read the super chat.
Super chat from Andy Uguni. I officially own a Helite Turtle 2. Is that the book bag that Pat reviewed?
It is not the book bag. It's a vest, but it's basically
awesome.
what that vest is based on, I believe.
Yeah,
Goonie, that's awesome, dude. I love anybody getting, and yeah, like I'm wearing the Alpine Star stuff, but
I love my Helite backpack.
There are tons of airbag options that are more expensive, less expensive. Like literally anybody that's riding needs to get an airbag. I don't care what you ride in, you know, it's just if something happens, you are so much more going to be prepared to, you know, be able to just stand up and walk away from that stuff.
Yeah.
I should not have been able to heal in a week and a half from what happened to me.
Agreed.
But I mean, like Patrick's seen the video. It's not a fun time.
How fast were you going?
I don't know the speed. The speed limit for the road was 35. So max I would have been going is like maybe 40. You know, it was a small residential road. I was just out kind of cruising around.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the time from like homeboy pulling out to impact was like 10.
It was like 1 second, maybe.
Yeah, I think we determined it was under a second.
Yeah. And that's how fast it can happen, dude. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, what about you guys? What's a piece of gear that was just like, you know, mind changing?
Go ahead, Ghost.
I'm going to kind of go kind of more of the comfort route. Obviously, safety's a big thing, but like, when I got the right pair of gloves, that kind of fit just right, because like usually having a glove that's big enough for my hand, the fingers are also like way long too, and so you get like that space at the end, and it just kind of felt weird. But when I found like just the right gloves, I'm trying to think it might have been the Alpine Stars SMX Air gloves.
And that's a brand thing too. I've realized that React's gloves, bro, they fit my hand so well. I love that stuff.
I've got some Reacts now too, which I think them and Alpine Stars might use some of the same.
Yeah.
Maybe. So anyway, but yeah, like I'm an Alpine Stars guy. I like their stuff. But yeah, finding gear that just fit right and felt good, and you didn't feel like you could feel the buttons, because I cannot ride a bike without gloves.
Absolutely
it's weird
not
to me. Like even if I'm moving my bike, like up the driveway, and I'm like, oh, let me turn it on and ride it up the driveway, and
feels
gloves,
weird.
I'm just
you
feels
feel
weird.
naked. You feel naked.
I feel the metal. I don't like the metal.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I think it was like, because my very first helmet, that fly tracker I had, was like almost a full size too big, but I was a dumb kid and I was like, oh, but it's comfortable, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like when you get a helmet that actually fits right and is tight enough and then breaks in properly, like it is incredible. One, like from a safety standpoint, when I crashed in that helmet, I have a video. It rotated so far that it almost broke my nose.
Yeah.
Because the back of that helmet is like V-shaped, so when I hit the ground, it shifted onto one of the two, flat sides of that V. So it shifted, and immediately, like I couldn't see out of one side of my eye, and it was pressing on my nose, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So in the video, I'm like rolling down 92, and I grab my helmet and pull it back straight.
Dude, you were so lucky that didn't just mess your stuff up.
Oh, dude, I was heavily concussed, had whiplash. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you felt. You know, you feel
I'll
like
I'll tell
shit
you
for
one
like a
thing
week
that
after.
I'll tell you, like, this is probably shouldn't, but like it is what it is. I tested out a Schuberth helmet one time,
Oh god.
and bro, a Schuberth helmet is so comfortable. Like, it is incredibly comfortable. So if you guys are looking for a comfortable helmet, the Schuberth, I don't even know the model number, but it was probably the most comfortable helmet that I've ever worn.
How comfortable was the Bumblebee helmet?
That was a show helmet only because the screws that I used to attach all of that toy to that helmet actually protruded into the helmet. So, that was a show helmet only. Couldn't ride with that.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's the oldest video on Chasing 3D? Oh,
Dude, I remember getting rid of that helmet. I was so sad, but like it just sat there forever.
Did you
There
give it
was
to some
no need
kid
to
down
keep
the
it.
street?
It was
No,
only recently that I got rid of it.
Yeah, it was when we moved out of the shop. I think we spiked it into the dumpster.
Yeah, I just finally got to the point I was like, dude,
seeing it there.
yeah, I was like, dude, I don't need this. And I didn't want to give it to somebody because I didn't want them to like think it would be funny and go ride in it, because it's like I mean, how old's this video? Like 13 years old. It was a 13-year-old helmet. It was a shit helmet to start with, and it had holes drilled all through it. So
like literally useless, yeah.
Yeah, so I just didn't want anybody to, like, you know, if somebody like found it and yeah, look at all this stuff, dude. I didn't want anything to happen to
We're having
somebody.
a good
So
time.
Yeah.
I
But
got
like,
rid of that.
you know, kind of circling back on the you know, like helmets being comfortable, because there is a big difference between a helmet being comfortable and a helmet fitting well and still being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like you need a helmet to fit your head and have nice even pressure all the way around your crown and like have good cheek pressure. Working in the industry, the amount of people that come in are like, "Oh, well, I need an XL." I'm like, "No, you need a medium or a large
Yeah.
max." Well, yeah, but it's not comfortable. Like, right, but it will break in to your head shape and it will get comfortable.
Well, so
So
a
like,
lot of people also
You gotta be
might not
like this.
realize that like every helmet has a different shape. So
Yep.
intermediate oval, round oval, like every helmet is different. So if you wear a medium in a one brand of helmet and you go to another brand, their helmet might be a different shape. So you guys will find that like certain helmets will fit your head really well, and then others, like, it'll add pressure points to the front because you have a different head shape. So this is one of the benefits of going to a dealership and putting a helmet on, because it won't take long for that pressure point to really hit, because a good helmet should fit over your entire head, be tight, but not like cause a headache.
Yeah.
And if you have the wrong size, you'll get a headache really fast.
I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
and
like
you
I
need-
wear
Yeah.
generally a large in most helmets, XLs in some, depends on the brand. But like if you don't know what your head shape is for sure, and you go try on a helmet and you're like, "Oh, well, I have to be 2 sizes higher than normal for it to be comfortable," then it's the wrong head shape and you need to get a different brand or a different model within that brand.
Yeah.
Just
One
like
thing you can look at is if they offer different cheek pads. So with my first helmet, I got I think it was an XL, and it was you know, it was okay, but over time as the pads broke in, it got a little wobbly. I got the larger pads for it, and it kind of snugged it up nice. And
Oh, that's
and they're all
not
gonna break
not
in a little
everybody
bit.
does that, but yeah,
Yeah.
the ones that do, that's a hack for sure.
Yeah. being
And
able
the
to
pads
swap
are gonna
cheek
break in a little bit
pads.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, swapping cheek pads is a big thing. Arise are great because they're actually adjustable. The cheek pads that come in there, you can peel layers off of them to make them thinner. So if you get an Arai helmet that fits really well up top, but the cheeks are super stiff, even after it breaks in, you can peel layers out. Joey, for a long time, I don't know if they still do this, but you got one free cheek pad size exchange when you bought a helmet from an authorized dealer.
Yeah.
So you could.
That's one of the cool things about the new EOS from Ruck. With that helmet, they introduced half-size cheek pads. So if you find yourself in between, you know, like small, medium, large, extra large, if you wear the extra large and it's too big, you can actually are too small, you can get those little half sizes to help you get the right fit, which is really neat. It just helps
Yeah,
you get that right fit for the
exactly.
helmet.
And again, it's really like I cannot stress this enough how much it is about head shape. A rye doesn't. I mean, they're very expensive, but they're very very quality. And almost every one of their helmets, if you look at the sticker on the visor, will tell you what the head shape is. Almost all of Shoei's US helmets are intermediate oval. There are a bunch of different head shapes with a rye. Most brands that sell to the US are intermediate oval. Intermediate oval is the most common helmet or head shape in the US. Um, you know, again, it very much depends on what brand you're talking about. Schuberth helmets, if I recall, are very long oval. That's really, really common. The Norton helmets are very round. So always, always, always get a helmet that fits correctly. Because you could buy a $1,200, X14 or X15, whatever they're on now from Shoei, and it fit pretty well, but it's the wrong head shape. And then you could get a $300 Scorpion that is the correct head shape and fits perfectly. The Scorpion is absolutely going to be a safer helmet for you.
Chase, Goonie was asking, what about the $4,000 Carbon Corsair? That
One day
that was
we
maybe
so
review.
yeah, we are not able to review helmets currently. So we aren't able to do a review and then a giveaway of a product that is a helmet. So it falls outside of what we're capable of at the moment.
That's funny.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future.
Yet to be decided.
Yeah, but if you ever have a question about your helmet fit, go to a professional, whether it's somebody like a manager at a Cycle Gear, somebody who you trust at a power sports location or something like that. Get your helmet fitted correctly, please.
Yeah. With helmets, there's the general rule that it's 5 years to get a new helmet. In your experience, how true is that? How much of it is impacted by the use of the helmet or how you store the helmet? And when you get a new helmet, what do you do with it? All right. Or what do you do with the old helmet?
Old me would just buy another helmet rack and put it on the wall.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, exactly. How many helmets did we have when we moved out of the shop?
I think we counted like 30 something.
Yeah, I think it was in the 30s. It was so stupid.
Yeah, I think I have 18 in my garage right now.
Dude. So if you're not a YouTuber,
or right. I've paid for all but 3 of mine.
I mean, if you're not a YouTube person and you get to you either have it down and the helmet's trash. Mm-hmm. I mean, like you can either get rid of it, like literally throw it away, or like throw it in the garbage can. Or if you're sentimental about the helmet and you want to hold on to it, you just hang that thing on the wall. There's some really cool stuff on Amazon that's cheap as hell. Yeah. 2 bolts in the wall and you can hang that thing up.
If you're that's really use it like a little go-kart helmet, like something that's
depending on how bad your wreck is. But yeah, those are really the 2 options. Yeah, I don't know. Those are really the 2 options I feel that there are with helmets, because you like, please, for the love of God, if you go down in your helmet and it hits the ground, please do not ride in that helmet. That is such a
honestly
bad idea.
Like what the 2 there's 3 obviously, but the 2 major factors outside of an impact for a helmet, and like I said, I've worked in the power sport industry for a long time. I've had a lot of training on this, is heat and humidity. Those are the 2 things that are going to kill your helmet prematurely.
Cool. So Georgia summers.
Yeah. Don't leave, like, people who are like, oh, I leave my helmet on my bike when I go into a restaurant. Like, why?
Yeah, bro, you do that until
you're
you go inside to it. Bro, no, I went into a gas station one time, left my helmet on my bike because I was going in there to literally get a soda. Came out, homeless dude had grabbed the helmet and was walking off like he owned the helmet. I will never leave my helmet on my motorcycle. I mean, like, when I have a helmet, I'll have it for 2 days before it's rigged to hell, and everything. Yeah. But, yeah, I was gonna say, Ghost, what do you do when you get a new helmet? You buy a Cardo with a link in our thing.
That's right. But like, if you're like me and like my current helmets are inside in the other room in, climate controlled environment.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick. Remember for 17 months. What are your thoughts on a helmet falling off a bike? I will get to that. But like I keep my active helmets in a climate controlled environment. Generally, you can get 3 to 5 years out of a helmet. Some helmets you can get a lot longer out of. I don't want to say a lot. Some helmets you can go longer. Some helmets aren't going to last as long. The biggest thing about it is the EPS liner, the foam that is on the inside. That is the impact protection of that helmet. The part that actually saves your life. The outer shell obviously helps, but it's really the liner on the inside. You can inspect that liner yourself. I'm happy to like have a chat about what that looks like, or take it to a Cycle Gear or a Power Sports dealership or a Revzilla store if there's one near you or whatever. And one of the employees can inspect your helmet, and as long as the foam feels correct, it has the correct amount of give, you can get. I mean, I had a guy when I worked at Cycle Gear brought in a 17-year-old Arai. He's like, "Oh, I bought it new and it sat in a box because my wife made me get rid of my bike, but I couldn't return the helmet. Well, now I have a bike again. How's my helmet? The foam felt fine." And I was like, "Technically, you're okay. I wouldn't. It's a terrible idea, but
yeah, if
sat.
you're in a
It
pinch,
was
it's probably fine."
Yeah, it was in a climate controlled environment and in its box, not in the sun at all. Like the EPS felt okay. I was like, it feels okay. I still wouldn't. I wouldn't ride in it
Dude,
if you
there's
can avoid
no
it. But
shot. There's
oh,
no
bro, I
shot.
would.
I am risking my whole brain to a 17-year-old helmet. Hell no.
Because in China, they'd already scrap it.
Yep, that's right. So Nick, to get back to your
If
question,
your helmet's more than 13 minutes old, trash it.
Right? But like, I've got like a probably 6-year-old helmet that I just didn't really ride in all that often. And like, I was going through my helmets the other day, and like, it's been in a hot ass garage all summer and has been for years. And the EPS like was definitely shot, but it wasn't that bad. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of surprising because it didn't get used a lot. That being said, Nick, helmets falling off a bike. I've had helmets fall off of like 10-foot shelves, and the EPS liner never activated, and it was okay. And I've had helmets. I had it sitting like on my, I used to hang my helmet on my passenger foot peg. It fell the 6 inches off my foot peg, activated the EPS, totally shot. So, it just depends if it hits at the right angle, if it's been hot enough to activate that EPS liner. Because how those liners work is they take a kinetic impact, it activates the chemicals that harden that inner shell, that harden that inner foam. Once that foam is hard, you might as well be wearing a fucking Home Depot bucket on your head.
It becomes more brittle.
Yep, and it can no longer absorb any impact. So in the event you do go down and you smack your head, you're toast. Yep. All that force goes straight into your skull instead of being absorbed by the foam.
What about you, Ghost? What's your thoughts on helmets?
Sorry, tangent there, but
I kind of generally follow kind of the 5-year guideline, but it's also just I wear mine. Of course, I commute to work a couple times a week that I work in the office, and I'm always on the bike, so I'm using it, several times a week.
More than
Georgia
most.
summers, yeah. So I'm using it Georgia summers. It's heat. It's out in the elements. It's in the cold during winter time because I ride in 28-degree weather if I need to. So
yeah, but you're a fancy sponsored rider now. They pay you to say that. You use it because they pay you.
I'm not paid by them. I'm just provided stuff. So
welcome to YouTube, baby.
Yeah,
but
Mach
no, I mean
3,
like
Mach 4 and Mach 5.
There you go. But yeah, I mean like for reference, the average motorcycle rider probably rides between like 1,500 and 3,000 miles a year in Georgia.
Yeah.
So like they will probably get 5 years out of a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
You ride what?
Somebody in Georgia puts that many miles on the average guy?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I mean, you got to think if you ride your bike
in Georgia only ride like a little bit. They'll ride in the fall, they'll ride in the spring, and then they'll ride a couple times in the wintertime or in the summertime.
Well, let's say you ride, and most people in Georgia ride like for a day. Most people don't commute.
Yeah.
So like, say you ride up to the mountains for the day, you're probably putting 100 miles on that, right? Probably about, minimum 100 miles round trip.
Yeah.
And what, the average rider probably does that 10 days out of the year?
Yeah, well, just this past weekend, the wife and I hopped on the bike, and we did 200 miles, went up to Blue Ridge, and hung out with some friends.
Oh, that's awesome. What a good trip.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's rad.
Just like a day trip and then ride home?
Yeah, we had some friends that were up there in Blue Ridge, and we rode up there, went to lunch with them, and whatever.
What a convenient time to go have lunch.
There you go.
Oh, ride the bike through the mountains and go to Blue Ridge, Georgia?
Yeah, it's like, bro, hell yeah, I'll come have lunch.
Fine. And great thing, we were in Blue Ridge, Georgia. It's a little tourist town because they have like the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. Parking there, it's like $5 here, $5, and it's like I don't have any cash, and they only take cash. Oh, yeah. Motorcycle parking right here, kind of in the main drag.
Right, yes, the best parking spot. Oh yeah, motorcycles, and you don't got to pay anything because it's a motorcycle. Hell yeah!
There you go.
Yep.
All right,
Andy, you Goonie.
Super chat.
Super chat from Andy Uguni. If I change the liner on my 7-year-old helmet, is it good? Question mark.
Probably not.
Why would you want to change the liner on a 7-year-old helmet, though?
So I've got a Bell that's about 3 years old. I've never crashed in, but like that helmet's probably got 10 to 15,000 miles on it. And like the liner, like the cheek pad and like the upper liner, like is really uncomfortable. It's dried out over the years, whatever. So like if you're talking about like changing out the cheek pads, like feel free, but again, that has nothing to do with the impact protection. The cheek pads ensure that the helmet stays on your head and does not rotate more than it should, but the actual foam EPS liner is what protects you.
That's what I thought he was talking about, which I don't even think you can take that out of a helmet.
You can't.
Yeah.
If you find a helmet that it comes out of, then throw that helmet in the garbage.
I was going to say, I don't know if I'd want a helmet that could come out of.
But it may be good to replace the actual foam liners or whatever and cheek pads if you use it a lot and it's starting to smell a little rank.
Yeah, like I've got a helmet, like my green Ruroc it's had a lot of use over the last year and a half. And I think I've changed the cheek pads out one time, but I've not done the upper liner, and it's getting a little funky.
You know what? Cheek pads are one thing I have cleaned. I've taken the pads out of my helmet and done the whole like a baby shampoo, soak them, and all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Bro, you want a really great experience? At the end of summer, after riding all summer, take your cheek pads out, clean them with baby shampoo, let them soak for a little while, and then dry, let them air dry.
Out of there.
Bro, that first putting that helmet on feels like a dream.
Yeah, feels like a brand new helmet.
It's better than that because it smells amazing.
True.
And it feels great.
That's a totally recommend. To have.
Adventure Glide Channel.
Baby shampoo.
What do you think about Koroyd? I like Koroyd a lot. That's Climb's internal version of EPS. It basically is a if I understand correctly, it is like a bunch of, it looks like plastic straws that are all glued, like a hexagon, like a hex pattern of plastic straws that are all glued together. And essentially, as they have a certain pressure of crush point, similar to how EPS foam works, it does the same thing EPS foam does, but in a much lighter, much stronger kind of format. I didn't know that it smells different. I've never noticed that, so that's kind of an interesting comment. I'll have to look at that next time. But my Climb Cryos Pro has the Koroyd in it. Unfortunately, that helmet is done. That helmet has been crashed in, so it's toast. But I really like the Climb Koroyds. That's a really cool technology.
Wah.
Guess what?
It's the week.
It's the tip.
It's just the tip, baby.
Finally, time for the ghost tip. Thanks for that, Pat. I don't know if it was necessary, but
I gotta find it down here.
This is sponsored by Ghost on Two Wheels over on Instagram, of course.
Scroll.
This week's Ghost Tip of the Week, sponsored by Ghost on Two Wheels on Instagram. Go follow him so you can get this tip. Ghost Tip of the Week. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's time to cancel that free trial.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
It ain't time to cancel the free trial. It's time to make another email and get get that stuff re-up.
Yeah, I'm getting another 60 days, homie.
Yeah, let me get another 60. All you do is go to gmail.com and put your last email in and add one number behind it.
So in college, I had a Patty's free trial email, and it was Patty free trial 1, Patty's free trial 2, Patty's free trial 3, and I just kept making new ones.
Well, you know the trick with Gmail, right?
Oh, God.
The trick with Gmail is like you can put a plus after the first part of your username. So, like if it was, chase@gmail.com, you could put chase +1, and that's a different email. And then it's chase +2 for another email, but they all go to the same inbox.
Oh, I did not know that.
And that's also how you can like track if you're signing up for company ABC. So you put +ABC, and then all of a sudden,
so you don't actually come up with another email. You just type it in as
it's
Chase
like an
plus.
alias. Yeah. And so that way you can also see if a company has like farmed out your email address because you put company ABC on it, and now you get all these other emails, and it's sent to the Chase plus ABC. You're like, hold on. You can say, hey, you sons of bitches, don't send out my email.
But nice use of the soundboard, my guy. Nice use of the soundboard.
Andy, you should start a helmet wall. Inspect that XOR 420, but that thing's old, man. I would retire that if I were you.
Oh, it can be smortified.
Can be donated to become a smart helmet in the future.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, man.
Dude, I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw like a video and it was like, hey, I know, it was like one of those like, hey, I know you're laying in bed scrolling. It's time to go to sleep. Put your phone down. And I looked down and I was like, oh, it's 2:30 in the morning. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. So. Have y'all not seen those? Where like it's just some random creator post like hey, I know you've been scrolling for a while, but it's time to put your phone down and go to sleep. You don't get those?
I wonder if they notice a lot of views late at night.
The algorithm
probably, the algorithm is going to put it to people like later in the afternoon or something like that.
Oh, Andy, we ain't got any old C2 Dub helmets, man.
I got my old silver one, my old silver motovlogging helmet.
Oh yeah, the old Silver Rock, the titanium.
It's not titanium. It's like the brushed.
Yeah, it's like the brushed aluminum look. Yeah, but didn't they call that colorway titanium?
No, they didn't call that one titanium.
Do you still have your like original variant that was the icon of your channel?
I do. I do have
it's by the live on
of the red variants. 2 or 3. It might be 2. I got rid of most of them, but I kept the original one, and I kept one that I probably rocked it out for like 3 years or something like that. But yeah, I've got 2 of them. Those are super special though.
Yeah, they're next to the live on 2 wheel sign in the garage.
They are. Yep. Right. There's and then there's 2 other rear rocks. The Iron Man rear rock is up there too. Because that one is just freaking cool.
Yeah, I have the Boba one, but I'm not gonna like put cameras and all that in the Boba helmet.
Come on, do it. Just kidding.
I was like, I got a freshie on the way, dog.
I know you do. There's no need to.
Well, I guess we're at time.
It's about that time, gents.
Yeah, just about that time.
I don't know.
Time to go work out. Let's go. Woo!
I don't know if we really covered a lot of.
We talked about gear almost the entire time.
We had a great time. We watched some Chase in 3D.
We did do that.
We skipped the videos of illegal activities. We were doing good. So.
Listen, that was more than 10 years. That was more than what?
Statute of limitations is gone.
I think it's 90 days for most like traffic violations.
Really?
I think it's like 90 or 180, something like that. It's pretty short.
Huh.
There's a statute of limitations in there, so
that's what I'm saying. Either way, 13 years they can't touch you anymore.
Fair. Thank God.
My neighbors
all right.
are stomping around so much it sounds like they're banging on the floor. Jesus Christ! Like it sounded like somebody knocking on the door, but it's coming from my ceiling.
Maybe it's a ghost.
Cool. Come here, you spooky bitch! Fight me.
And on that note,
he'd be terrible in a scary movie.
Who, me?
No, Pat.
Oh,
dude, I can't go watch like scary movies because I'll be like, bitch, don't go through that. I'm like screaming at the screen in the theater. Like, you dumb bitch, don't open that door. You're gonna fucking die.
Remind me to never go to the movies with you.
Oh, dude, like scary. I don't fuck around with scary movies.
Huh. All right.
I don't do jump scares.
Really? Okay.
Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Bye,
and on that
internet.
bombshell.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time, whenever that is.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you eventually on live.
You
on
sure
2
will.
Where's the